We're now in the last leg of our OP06 opening because we still got 2 booster box and 1 pre-release pack to open. I've already made the starter deck 12 Zoro and Sanji as well as the double pack, so make sure to check those out. The double packs were crazy, but now it's time for the meat of OP06. Booster boxes. And like I was explaining, the pre-release pack is actually a bonus from my local game store because the delivery of the OP06 from the distributor was kind of funky, and so as an apology and good faith from my local game shop, I got those pre-release packs, and so that's just pure bonus for me, and that's very cool and very good. And this is why you should always get involved with your local community, because you got some cool stuff back for partaking in the community. And here we have Gembo as a pre-release card, so you can see the pre-release stamp right here. And we have Saga as a pre-release card as well, you can see the pre-release stamp right here. So that's very cool. I actually got 3 booster packs from pre-releases, and I also had Shadow Asgard and Garp as pre-release card stamp. I had Sindri and Inupe also as pre-release cards, so that's very cool. That's a good addition. That's especially because it was just pure bonus. I wasn't supposed to get them because the pre-release was kind of cancelled at my local games shop, but he still gifted me some as a thank you for my loyalty to the store and as an apology for the distributor's error in the pre-release. And that's very cool. But now, without further ado, let's open those boxes. So I'm gonna put that second one on the side, and I'm gonna start with the right one. I'm using crayon to open boxes. Deal with it. Let's go. And really, guys, the only thing I wish to pull in this set is probably the most exciting things to come in the One Piece card game in a very long time. That's not Manga Zoro. That will be a God pack. Honestly, a God pack is kind of the only thing that I'm hoping for, because I'm also a collector, and with a God pack you get all the alternate art leader in one pack, and that's just awesome. And that's something that to me has the highest value in this thing, not even to resell or anything, because if I get one single leader from a pack, I will be tempted to sell that leader, because I mean, if I cannot get the entire collection, what's the point? But if you got all of them, that's a different story. That's a collection that is finite and that I can just get behind, and that's just like the most awesome thing ever. So we're gonna start with the left pile of the booster boxes here, and let's start cracking these open. And as usual, I'm gonna give you guys a quick view of the cards and say the name for the first half of the box, but after that, once we have seen kind of all the cards, I'm not gonna say the cards anymore. So we have Giro, Count Battler, Raizo, Kingdom of Germa, we have Zeph, Vinsmoke Yonji, Zeo, Guild Tesoro, Borsalino, we have the Billion-Fold World Trichiliocosm, that's a mouthful. We have Ryuma, it's a very nice card, and I was curious of playing this because it's a 4-cost 6k power, on play, on KO, so you got both. You can KO to one of your opponent's rested character with a cost of 4 or less, so I was interested to see some tech with this card, very cool. And we have Perona for the first booster of this box. That's a very nice pull, because I'm interested in playing Moria leader in OP06, so that's gonna pair super well with that. Very cool. So that's our first special pull of the day. Gonna put that to the side, and let's keep cracking. there's gonna be a ton of boosters on the side again. So we have Gasparde, Kamakiri, Wadatsumi, Kawamatsu, Jigoro of the Wind. We have Trilobak, Lola, Yozo, Victoria Sindri, Reis Max. We have Kami, and we have Vinsmoke Ichiji as the second rare. Some German love in this pack. That's very cool as well, because Reiju is actually one of the brand new leader that was kind of cool and the first revealed for OP06, if my memory serves well. And with all the cards with the German type that are coming in OP06, she looks like a solid leader. We have Dosun, we have Niji, Koshiro, Meteor Strike of Love, Nothing at All. We have Jaguar the Soul, Shark Arrow, Wiper, Shadow Asgards, Bolsolino, You Ain't Even Worth Killing Time, and we have Vinsmoke Judge as our second SR for this box. Very cool. So we got some German love definitely with that, and with the Reiju also, that and the Reiju that I pulled actually from the double pack. So that's very cool. Let's keep this up. We have Jiro, Braham, Dosun, Vinsmoke Ichiji, Zeo, But I Will Never Doubt a Woman's Tears. We have Trilobak, Reis Max, Gion, Germa 66, we have Douglas Bullet as the rare, and we have Shureya as an SR. Very cool, and that's a card that I'm very interested in, not only as a blocker but also as an attacker, because his effect is when attacking and on block once per turn, you can change this character base power to be the same as your opponent's leader at the start until the start of your next turn. So that's a very good defensive and offensive solution, and it's a blocker. So on block, you can still boost up until your opponent's power, so that's very cool. I'm very curious to see how this could work in a deck. We have Lily Carnation, Tokikake, Count Butler, Koshiro, the Arc Maxim, we have Raki, Cosette, Ikaros Mush, Denjiro, Bear King, we have Onami. Nice, that's a very nice card. This is one that got an alternate art and it's super cool, and it's only a 2 cost, 3k power with a counter of 1000, and you get an on-play effect up to one of your leader or character cards gain banish during this turn. So with the Yamato leader that's coming in this set, she's very effective, and she's also got a trigger. You can KO up to one of your opponent's character with a cost of 5 or less. So that card has like mad value. If you get the alternate art for this, it's even better. And the last card of the pack is going to be Kozuki Yori. Nice. We seem to have all the SRs here at the beginning of the box. We'll see if we get any other pulls than SRs in this box. Usually you still get some, so. And we start this booster with Inupe, Schneider, Wadatsumi, Monkey D. Garp, the Arc Noah, we have Ratchet, we have Nothing at All, Vinsmoke Sora, Amano Murakumo Sword, Yozo, we have Dr. Ogback as the rare, and we have oh, the treasure rares. Nice. That's so nice. You got a little stem here on the bottom with the One Piece card game logo. That's nice. So that's actually the Nami from Starter Deck 1. If you didn't know, that's the Nami where if you activate main once per turn, you can give up to 1 Restedon card to your leader or one of your character. And that's the treasure rare for the set. That's a very special card. That's actually sick. Nice. That's very cool. Honestly, guys, that's one sick pull. I'm gonna put this right here, and the little logo you get here on the bottom. I maybe haven't shown this properly. So they started doing this with the anniversary card. You get like a logo here at the bottom. It's sick as well. Nice. That is so cool. Does this mean that I'm not gonna have a god pack in this box? I'm afraid, guys. Please send help. Anyway, let's keep cracking because we got a lot to go through. We have Isa, we have Eldorado, Taralan, we have Kawamatsu, Zeph, Kingdom of Germa, Shark Harrow, Sai, Sakazuki, we have Inuarashi, Ryuma, again, that's a very cool card, again. And the last card of the pack is, again, an SR. We have Kozuki Momonosuke. Dude, what is going on? I have all the SRs on one side of the box, as well as the treasure rare. What's happening? This box is crazy. I haven't had that much luck in any of my openings so far, except one time. I think I pulled twice the secret shanks from an OP01 box. That was sick. We have Gasparde, we have Cerberus, Tenguyama Hitetsu, Inazuma, beg your pardon, Lola, but I will never doubt a woman's tear, Hammond. We have Shadow Asgard, Victoria Sindri, we have the leader Gecko Moria, super nice. I want to play this in OP06, it's very cool. If you want to know the leader's effect, it's a Donex one when attacking, you need to pay 2, and you may trash 1 card from your hand. But what you do is trash 2 cards from the top of your deck, and play up to 1 Trillerback Pirate type character with a cost of 4 or less from your trash. So you get some necromancing with that, and I think this is super cool and interesting to play, so I'm very eager to play this leader. And of course we have a leader right here, so we're probably not gonna have anything special at the back. So we have Zephyr as the rare, and we have Tot Musica as the second rare. I mean, so far we have like already 5 SRs and the treasure rare, so I'm expecting some boosters with nothing in them. That's just how it goes. And so we start this booster with Wadatsumi, Vinsmoke Reiju, Sengoku, Braham, Gembo, Vinsmoke Yonji, Jaguar D Soul, Meteor Strike of Love, Saga, Shiki. We have a Reject, which is actually a ban card. The ban is in soon to be in effect in Japan, so that card is banned from the 1st of April onwards, and for us I got a video coming on that, so make sure to subscribe to the channel so you will get the information when I drop that video, because there's some key information in that as well. And the last card of the pack is another event, is Gum Gum King Kong Gatling. Always a mouthful with those things. That's what she said. But let's just keep on with the box. We're almost at the first half mark. We still have 2 boosters, and then we're gonna be halfway through. And so the video is gonna start to speed up from that point, because of course we're already seeing like so much cards in a short amount of time. We don't need to just look closely at every card. So we have Monkey D. Garp, Inupe Tokikake, the Arc Maxim, Jigoro of the Wind, but I will never doubt a woman's tear, Cosette, Hachan, White Snake, Emporio Ivankov. We have Brooke, the little cartoony Brooke. It's a very nice card from the former Rumble Pirates, and on play you can choose one of those effects. You can either trash up to one of your opponent's character with a cost of 4 or less. That's always nice. or your opponent plays 3 cards from their trash at the bottom of the deck in any order. So that's kind of a counterplay to black itself, because you can trash intentionally some cards, and once you have a certain amount of cards in your trash, you can activate some stuff, so it's kind of a counterplay to that, so very interesting. And the last card of the pack we have is Aramaki. Again, with an SR, we have everything in the first half of the box. That's kind of surprising, actually. Next pack, let's open this. Try not to damage the cards. I'm so bad with these packs. I don't know how they manage. People, when you see like opening the packs, they go like just one fell, and all the sides come at once. Me, I always struggle. I don't know why. Lily Carnation, Dosun, Eldorado, Kingdom of Germa, Gembo, Ratchet, Wiper, Kuzan, Yamato, the leader Yamato. Very cool. I like that leader, and I want to play this because it's got double attack. That looks so fun. And coupled with the Nami that we saw earlier, double attack banish. Yeah, that's something I want to do. And an activate main once per turn. If your opponent has 3 or less life cards, you can give up to 2 rested done cards. You can give up 2 of your rested done cards, to one of your characters. So you get some boost as well. So that Yamato is absolutely insane. We have Pudding as the rare, and since we got a leader, we're probably not gonna have anything in this bag. You know how this works. We have an event, you're the one who should disappear. But that's not over. We have the special dawn. We have Zoro and Sanji rescuing, how's her word? What's her name again? It's Otoko. The other one is Otama, that's the one with the Tengu, and this is Otoko. Very nice, very cool art as well. We're gonna keep that on the side right here. Let's put that here, and last pack of the first half of the first block. We have Tenguyama Itetsu, Schneider, Tarlan, Meteor Strike of Love, Shark Arrow, the Arc Maxim, Hammond, Ito Kirikamazo, Blue Dragon, Sealwater Stream. We have Perona as the leader, also a very interesting one, but I would say less interesting than Gecko Moria for me and that Yamato for sure. And so we're gonna have 2 rares in this pack. We have Tsuru and we have Kikunojo. Very cool card as well, Kikunojo. But that is it for the first half of the box. So now, of course, I'm not gonna name every card. I might name some just to give you a closer look, but it's not gonna be the point anymore because we've already seen like so much of them. We don't need to just stay fixed on any of those cards for an amount of time. We have Hardy Jones, nice. So we get more of the leader. This is cool, playing with the Fishman, the new Fishman pirates that are coming in this set, because you get a lot of cards that go with that archetype, same as the Germa, because Germa is a new type as well, so they need, of course, to include more cards to play with those decks. Otherwise, I mean, what would be the point? You wouldn't be able to play those decks. So Hammond is a good example. That's a new Fishman pirate. We got Vinsmoke that just also got pulled. We have Reject and Vinsmoke Neji, again with the Vinsmoke. But you get some support as well for Wano and for the Sky Island type. And I was playing NL in OP05. Of course, it was like very fun, but I mean, the new cards might be useful, but Reject is already banned, so, or planned to be banned, so that's not gonna be like maybe something that I'm gonna play, because I will have to adapt once it's banned, and I will have to take the habit of playing it. We got a second Onami, very nice. So we can play this definitely with the Yamato leader, the green yellow Yamato. That's very cool. And so yeah, the decks that I'm probably gonna play for OP06, I'm looking at Moria and Yamato mainly because the other ones, I feel they're cool, but not just as cool as that. I mean, double attack, that's just bonkers. When they show that leader, I was so sure that I was gonna play it, but Moria seems very interesting as well. And I don't really play black, so that would be something that I'm interesting to try. We have negative holo to go with black in Trill Back, very cool art, especially because it's a rare, you get some foil on it, and we have Tsuru as the last card of this pack. And of course, if we can hope for just one thing from this, I'm spoiling myself, I saw there's an SR back there. If I can hope for just one thing from those box, again, it's gonna be a God pack, because, I mean, there was in Dragon Ball some God packs, but it wasn't that hyped as getting... Oh, the Gecko Moria SR, nice! That's very sick, that's a very sick card. It's so cool. Perfect to go with a black deck playing Moria. We have two as well. We have the Perona that go with it. And so, yeah, the deck that I'm most interested about is Yamato and Moria, because they're the most fun to play, I believe. Not everybody will agree on this, of course. You can have your own preferences, it's totally okay. But when you see the mechanics that are built into this set with the black cards and stuff like that, it's very interesting to play those leaders. And I mean, I wasn't playing like especially meta up until now at all, because for instance Sakazuki, I totally skipped this because I was just not interested in the character. So that's not a deck that I was really vibing with. So I mainly played NL, and I went back to Red Green Law because it's so fun. So we have Ryuma, and we have the alternate art Shiraya, so cool. I'm gonna put that here. That's so cool. You get so much texture on it. I'm gonna show it to you. I already dropped it on my mat, but let me show this to you guys. That is so cool. And I was interested in that card, like I said before, so that's a very cool card. And that's actually all alternate art. Okay, let me pick this up again to show you what I mean. So now all alternate cards have that little stamp at the bottom, from what I understand. That is so cool. Nice. So far, really a good box. And so I was saying, yeah, I went back to the Red Green Law that I liked from set 1, and it has been like very fun to play. And I still have my VV deck that I play from time to time, and I try to keep it up to date because new cards are constantly added into the game, and so there might be new options to play. Yamato leader again, very cool. Absalom, we haven't seen that so far. Cool. And we have Van der Decken. Because like I said, cards are constantly added into the game, so you need to keep in mind that you kind of have to update your deck if you still want to play them as you go. And so that's what I'm doing with the... Actually, we haven't seen that Vinsmoke Reiju yet, so let's just pause on that for a second. But yeah, that's you need to keep your deck up to date constantly if you want to keep them playable and, I mean, at the very least efficient. And actually playing against Sakazuki was just the worst. with any deck. It's just, he was too powerful. We have Yonji here, and we have Monkey D. Luffy as the second rare. We haven't seen that yet. That's one of the cards that got an alternate art as well. Might be very cool to have. But yeah, you need to keep your deck relevant to the meta, and playing against Sakazuki for the longest time was like, you really can't do anything with Sakazuki. You can't, he's just too powerful. He have card cycling built in, he have like cost reduction, so coupled with all the black cards that we know about, it was just nearly impossible to get past the defense once he's set up. We have Brook and Kami as the second rare, and we have, oh, again, the second alternate art done. So very hard to pass the defense of Sakazuki. A very strong matchup, to say the least. And so now with the ban, we know that is not gonna be a problem anymore, but there might be some other problems. So we're gonna have to see how the meta shifts from the point that we're at, because you have so many possibilities of leaders, but of course some of those leaders really, they're not that very good or interesting. And we have the Uta leader, and I'm not that interested in that leader, but it's still a very cool leader, where when attacking you may trash one film type card from your hands and give it to one of your opponent's character minus 2k power during this turn. Then you can add up to one down card from your down deck and rest it. So you got some ramp built up and some power added. That's that could be a very cool effect, especially for red, because red, you have so much aggro power with all the cards. You can definitely do something with that. We have Blackbug as the rare, and we have Arlong as the second rare. Very cool Arlong, by the way. And we are at the last pack of the first box. Don't forget that there's a second box coming right after. So let's see what this booster gives us. I'm just saying this is not a God pack, but I mean, that's just me being salty. Some copium for the fans. So that last booster, yeah, I skipped one. We have Daruma, Oars. We haven't seen Oars actually, so that's cool. And we have Reiju as the leader, we have Pudding right behind as the rare, and we have Zephyr as the second rare. So that is the pulls of the first box. We got our two special downs. We have, of course, the first SR we pulled is Perona. We have Moria to go with her, so that's very cool for a Trailer Bark deck. We have Kozuki Yori and Momonosuke, perfect if I want to build Wano with the yellow Yamato. Navy, I'm not that interested, so we got a Aramaki, that's still cool. We got Vinsmoke Judge only for the Vinsmoke package, but we got the Shiraya for red, which is very cool, and I was very curious and a very big fan of that card when it got released, so that's super cool. And we got the treasure rares, most of all, so that's already sick. But anyway, guys, we have finished with the first box, so we're gonna jump right into the second one, and that's the part where I remind you guys that you can still like this video if you haven't already. And also, most importantly, you need to subscribe to the channel, because I post so many things, not only just the One Piece card game, because we talk about anything geek, ranging from the One Piece card game to video games, animes, mangas, and all that good stuff. So if that's your jam, just subscribe to the channel. And also, you know this by now, I say this in a lot of my videos, the more the merrier. So if you got some friends that are into geeky stuff, make sure to share this video and share this channel with them. Maybe they're interested in the One Piece card game, they want to get into it, they want to get information. Well, I do that. I give you all the information I can in a timely manner, so if you want to keep up to date with this game, make sure to drop me a sub. And without further ado, let's jump into the second box. Because we have 24 packs still to open, and we have yet to have a god pack in all those packs, because you can see I haven't pulled one, and I haven't had any leaders, by the way, so far, which is very sad, because leaders, alternate art leaders, I tend... Oh, that's an SR. That's gonna be Shanks. No, that's Shoraya. The deception in the voice. Shanks we haven't had yet, and it's a very cool SR as well. And why do I always have an SR when I'm on the left side of the box? Is this like some cursed thing or whatever, that all my pulls are gonna be on the left side? Yeah, leaders, I tend to not be able to pull them just at randoms, and so I never get the leader that I want. I overextended my chase for category in set 3, and that was a total failure. So we got rejects here, and we have... Oh, nice. We have the secret Sanji from the second booster of this box. Why is it always on the left side? But anyway, that's a super cool card. That's very, very, very cool. Get all these effects. She's beautiful. And yeah, you also get the stamp. You have the stamp here on the bottom left on the secrets. That is so cool. That's also a very playable card, a very playable secret, and Zoro as well. The secret Zoro from this set is also like super cool, and the effect is also super useful. So if you get those, like really you can play them in your green and blue decks. They're gonna be like so cool. But yeah, back to leaders. I tend not to pull them for some reason. I always pull them at random. I never really get alternate art. The last one I had was the alternate art Nami from OP03, and that's just because I bought 2 random boosters from one of my local shop that wasn't carrying the game originally, so I was like encouraging them to get more boosters and get more in the shop to get new clients and get new players. And I got an alternate art from that. That was super cool. But Kanakuri, I bought boxes specifically to try and pull him. Never got any chance, never got it. Vivi as well for OP04. I overextended as well. I bought way too many boxes, and I ended up like not pulling her at all. So now if I really want that leader to play, because she's one of my favorite leaders so far, I actually have to buy it singles on the second-hand market, but she's still like around 50 bucks. So I'm still waiting a bit. We got negative holo, and we have... Dude, no way. Dude. No way. Is this? Yeah, it is. That's the second secret rares, Zoro, and an alternate art as well. That's an alternate art Zoro from OP06. That's so sick. I was telling you, like, he's also mad playable. I'm gonna show you the effect here. I'm not gonna say it, just it's very simple. You can restand. That's basically this. You can restand twice with that leader, so with that character, pardon. So he's a very cool playable secret rares. So I got it in alternate art, dude. That's insane. That's just insane. And that's from the same box where I had the Sanji that you can see right here. So Dude, that's insane. And always on the left side of the box. What is with that? Do I need to concern myself with that? Do I need to like start being, I don't know, wary of that? When I buy single boosters from a store, do I need to ask that it comes from the left side? I mean, why? All on the left side. But anyway, that is still very cool. And we still have a lot of boosters to go through, actually. And so many of those cards from OP06 are very interesting, and they pair well with the starter deck 12. So if you didn't know, the starter deck 12 is Zoro and Sanji. And the cards that are in the starter deck still are very interesting because they play with the blue mechanic that you have with that secret Sanji and with that secret Zoro. So if you get your hands on a starter deck 12, it might be worth it as well to maybe take some cards from those decks and be able to boost them with your OP06 boosters if you can get your hands on, because quite frankly, the stock, especially for OP06, it has been like so crazy. I was talking about this in a video. My pre-release got cancelled. I mentioned this at the beginning of this video as well. My pre-release got cancelled just straight up because the distributor of the game, they just didn't deliver all the bugs. Those 2 bugs that I'm opening, they were supposed to come in the shop last week, and they just didn't. So I didn't had my pre-order when it was originally planned, and my store didn't had any boxes to run the pre-release tournament. So it has to be cancelled in the end, and that's just that is so sad and so bad from Bandai. I don't understand that at all. Oh, we have a second Peruna SR, nice. Let's put that here. And yeah, I don't understand that at all because the game is so successful, and I thought that now that we're in the second block of the game, meaning the second year, we wouldn't have like this sort of issue anymore, because clearly the game is selling well. It's one of the most successful TCG, ranking with all the others like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, Dragon Balls, which was new as well a few years back. And I don't know, the game is popular, but for some reason we still have some problem with stocks. And the thing is, like, you cannot even trust to buy boxes from the second-hand market, because there was for OP05, I don't know if this is still true for later sets, but for OP05 there was a way to filter the box. So when you buy a case, you get 12 booster box, and what they would do is people would just pick the bottom row because that's where the rarest pools were. So alternate art leaders, Oda signed anniversary card and stuff like that. That was all on the bottom of the case, and so they would pull for those. And oh, we got something here. That's just an SR. We have Odie Jones, nice. Goes super well with the leader because the leader is kind of Whitebeard taking his own life thing, and this also prevents it from doing that. So very interesting mechanic. Not one that I'm particularly like curious to try, because obviously Yamato and Moria are more interesting to me, but it's still a good one. So if you want to play Odie Jones, make sure you get your hands on this one. And so people were filtering boxes of OP05, and so when you buy boxes on the second-hand market, it's more than likely that the person who's selling you the box actually bought a case originally, and they filtered out the boxes that were interesting. They make the good pool, and you will have probably just secret rares from your boxes. And that's just all you're gonna get. So That's kind of sad for real legit players who just want to enjoy the game, buy some boxes sometimes, and basically get a collection of all the cards. Because if you're chasing the manga rares and stuff like that, it's even worse, because how are you gonna get your hands on those if you know that the game is rigged, the pool game I mean is rigged. So that's something that they should mix, at least when they make a sealed case, they should mix the box in the case, so you cannot like you cannot know beforehand where the hits are gonna be. But even then, even if you open a case, you can just open boxes at random, and then once you're satisfied or you pull the manga, you can just resell the rest and just make your profit back eventually. But I mean, that's still like so much trouble to get through, but it might be worth it, because I mean, when you see that there's a shortage of stock all around, of course boxes are gonna fetch a bit of a high price, even though you know you're not gonna get anything from them. That's that's still sad. I'm not very big fan of what's happening in the second-hand market because of that. Of course, scalpers are gonna be a problem too, because we know we got them like just with anything. So that's something that they should consider as well. At least when you go to your local game shop, there is some filtering of scalpers, because yeah, sure, they can order cases and whatnot, but your local game shop, if you go in the pre-release window for the set that you're targeting, you can still ask them, like, they may have ordered the case for a scalper, but if they can order maybe 2-3 more cases, you can still have the product. So, oh, we get Vinsmoke Judge. Nice. We're still missing so much of this set. But I mean, we got 2 secret rares and the treasure rare for the first box, so that's actually super cool. But yeah, I mean, local game shop, they have ways to still get the product to their customers, but scalpers are always gonna be a problem. I don't see how they can like how they can maybe fix that. It's just like, as long as they can buy the product, they're gonna be like gatekeeping this and reselling it at a high price no matter what. So yeah, that's a bit sad, but I mean, when you get a good community, at least the events are very fun. And I was talking to my local game shop yesterday when I got to the shop to pick up my pre-orders, and I went to multiple events in the past, and not so much in that specific store, but also on other other stores at the beginning of the game for the super pre-release. And player, they were not here to have fun, play the game and enjoy their time. Some players, they're here just to win and for profit. So if they know they're not gonna win the pre-release price, which is the money price, because it's a card that is fetching high prices in the second-hand market and they can resell and get their value back, they're not gonna stick around. They're just gonna play maybe one game, and then they're gonna be oh, we have Yori again. Nice. That's my sign to really play Wano. And once they realize that they cannot win because they are pitted against a player that has less points, and they know they're not gonna win that much point and progress in the ranking, they would just like say, yeah, I'm done, I'm leaving. So they take their product. Of course, they take their 5 boxes that they pre-ordered, because why wouldn't you? And they go to another pre-release somewhere around town in another store and do exactly the same thing. So we have Monkey D. Luffy and we have Tashiki. And because multiple stores and even the same store, they do the pre-releases, they do multiple pre-releases a day. So you have one in the morning and one in the afternoon. And so player can really go to one pre-releases in the morning and they hit multiple pre-releases in town, and they just come in, they pick up their pre-orders, and then they just either leave or they try the tournament, and when they see that it's not gonna go their way, they just leave. And that's just I feel really a bad view on how to play the game and partake in the community, because you're not doing anything positive. You're just like you're just coming in, getting a ton of cards that you're not leaving to the person that wants to play, and you just put a bad vibe on the whole tournament, because we know that you're not gonna stay, you're not gonna have fun with us, just goofing around, talking, making friends, basically. And so my local game shop yesterday, he was telling me that it's sad, but it happens for every game, and that's nice. Again, an Onami, I already have 3, that's so sick. She's gonna be like a very good choice to play with my Yamato. And he was telling me that at least in his stores, because it's a small town and I mean it's kind of far away, at least the people that come here to play, they really come here to play and have a good time. They discuss, they just do what I just said, they goof around, they talk, they just stay and play the game, and even after the tournament, they might just play some more games. That's my fault, Onami. So I have a playset of her that is so cool. I'm so gonna play Yamato. And the last card of this pack is Ogback. Nice, for the Thriller pack. I don't know how much Ogback I had, but my Moria deck seems to be coming along very well as well. And we are already at the last 2 packs. So what are we gonna have? We're gonna have Dosun, Eldorago, Vinsmoke Yonji, Jaguar of the Soul, Meteor Strike of Love, the Arc Maxim, Emporio Ivankov, Inuarashi, Gion, Ryuma, and we have Anessa, we have Aramaki. Not very a big fan of the Navy, but that's still very cool to have. Let's put that aside, and this is the last pack of this double booster box opening, and yeah, sadly, just as I thought, no God pack. That's so sad. We have Schneider, Tavalan, we have Monkey D. Garp, Jigoro of the Wind, but I would never doubt a woman's tear. We have Cosette, Vinsmoke Sora, we have the Billionfold Word Trichiliocosm, Victoria Cinderi, we have Zephyr as the rare, and we have behind Zephyr, we have Kozuki Momonosuke as an SR for this box. So that's very cool. I mean, this second box, we have Perona, Judge, Yori, Momo, we have Odi Jones, and we have 2 secret rares with also Aramaki. I forgot, so we're still in range for what is commonly found in a box, and especially considering that we had the Sanji secret rares, and we also had the Roronoa Zoro alternate art secret rare, so that's still a super cool box. I mean, the value is definitely there. And so these are all the pulls I had for those 2 boxes. Sadly, I wasn't able to pull a God pack, which is very unfortunate, but I mean, we still got some good value. You can see right here the 2 secret rares and the treasure rares. I mean, that's That's just so cool. And as always guys, thank you very much for watching, and if you stay here, that means the video was at the very least entertaining to you, so please leave a like, also subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell to never miss anything geek. Bye guys.